All right, you're asking for it, so here it is. Listen to this.
I want you folks laughing at we partners pod, kid. You understand? We in here drinking, singing, swinging, all that shit, dog. We sweating, getting wet, and all that.
All right. Welcome to the 114th episode of the Drinking Partners Podcast. This is our Oscar Robertson episode because as he averaged a triple-double one season, we do it all. As indicated by the fact that we're here at Hollow Oaks and we look like we're in a scene from the movie Get Out. So that's what's up. We fit right in. I am half of your hosting tandem, Ed Bailey. I'm joined, as always, with my co-host, Dave Bracey. Say what up to the people.
What up with you people? Especially what up to the people that actually got that reference. We are Drinking Partners, and if you're looking for us, you can find us on epicastnetwork.com/partnerspod. You can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, Libsyn, and Google Play under Drinking Partners. And you can find us on IG, Twitter, and Facebook at PartnersPod. For those listening at home, man, we've been asking you for 114 episodes, and we're going to continue to ask you, man. Please, hop on iTunes, rate and review. That's how we know what we're doing well. That's how we continue to do well, and that's how we let others know that we're doing well. So please, hop on iTunes, rate and review. Yes,
we are, for those who are at home, we are live here at the second annual Brewhaha event. It's dope. It is probably the most classy affair that I've ever been to.
Yeah.
We brought the class down at least a notch.
I definitely didn't wear the right collar. As soon as I walked in, they were like, yeah, we know who you are. Like, I'm like, was it obvious?
Oh, no. Well, when Buzzy walked in, you got bumped up to second. You're only second to last as far as out of place. Buzzy looks like he's going to a skate park. So, any skaters here?
Skaters in the building? Okay, she lying.
Anybody skating in their blazers? Lying. Is that a new thing? Skating in blazers? Blaze skating. I'm excited, man. This is pretty dope. I'm actually very excited to be here. I've not been on this side of town. You know, you got to get invited to Moon Township.
Yeah, you don't just like happen upon Moon Township. Like, it's an invitation only type of a town. I mean, it's dope though. I mean, I feel like I made it in a way. Like, I'm definitely gonna go around the room and ask for references before I leave.
Well, this is our first and last time being here. They're not gonna let us. We don't have any hiking shoes and nothing. We don't look like we've been on a trail in forever. So that's what's up.
Oh, you got some shoes for us? Yeah.
Hold on, do you have any clout to be inviting us? We can't just take invitations from everybody. Okay, she's good. She's good.
She in there.
Is she good? She in there? He didn't co-sign you.
Yeah, because Sean ain't co-signed that. I don't know.
We're sitting there. We're actually live here, and we have several awesome guests. We have Sean Brady, the executive director of the Hollow Oaks Land Trust.
The ED.
We have Zach from Brixton Brewing, and we have Matt from Insurrection Ale Works. Say what up to the people. Somebody.
What up?
What up is hello.
How you doing?
I don't know where the slang understandability is here, but what up is hello. That's right. We're here to learn.
To our listeners, please.
We're here to learn. So,
hey, Sean, you still haven't.
You gotta say what up to the people, man. You put this great event together.
What up, man? Great to have you guys in the house. Really great to have you
us, man. We appreciate this. This is a classy affair. You got all the brewers down here. I mean, people seem to be enjoying. You guys enjoying yourselves here today? Yeah.
In the
For
email,
those that we didn't scare away.
In the email, you should have told us to wear a tie.
Yeah, we didn't get that.
Hey, for the record, I am the only one with a tie here.
Nah.
That is true.
It's casual. This is party casual. We call it outdoor chic.
Outdoor chic.
All right, I can add that to my wardrobe. Outdoor chic. So
that sounds more like a Burning Man festival. I don't like.
Exactly. The Burning Man, they're just naked though.
So tell us about Brewhaha.
Brewhaha. This is the second annual event. This is really featuring two things. Well, three things. One, tree hugging. You know, we like to conserve land. It's nice a way to balance all the development going on. You know, you pave stuff, you build housing plans, you build office parks, but it's nice to keep some stuff green. So you can go for a walk in the woods, right? You want to take your dog for a walk, you want to take your girl for a walk, you want to take your kids for a walk.
See, I told Ed, I was like, this whole thing is just so like white people can have more room to like walk their dogs, and he was like, that's bullshit.
Correct. What's neat though is at night the coyotes come out. So not only do you have dogs, but you got coyotes, you got foxes, you got owls, you got at least 3 species of owls.
Wait, where? How close are they?
20-second timeout. You got 2 brothers on the cast. We don't deal with coyotes.
Yeah, no.
No coyotes?
We ain't get that memo either. Hold up. Wait, coyotes?
Coyotes only eat mice. They eat mice.
I have a threshold of German Shepherd. Anything beyond German Shepherd, I can't be in that area.
Coyotes are too smart to bite people. They know when they bite a person, they die.
Oh.
German Shepherds aren't that smart. They get killed, right? They don't know. They don't know that. The coyotes, they learn. Dogs learn by reward. You give them a treat. Coyote learns by watching. They watch things, and they see when someone gets bitten, that coyote dies. They don't bite people. They come out at night. In the West, where coyotes came from, they only come out in the daytime. Right? That's when it's nice. You can see your way around. Yeah. In the East, where there's more people, coyotes only come out at night. So we're out of their way.
What time is dusk?
We're using
coming
terms
quick,
that
man.
we never use.
Night of Living Dead
It's
coming
like
up.
it's almost 8 o'clock out there. Like, how much time we got before like?
So this is about tree hugging, but it's also about 2 things: local craft beers. Right? Pittsburgh is becoming a beer mecca, man. We got 5 dynamite breweries here tonight, but we also have Fellowship Foods in the house, and that means we got locally grown food. We got food grown within 20 miles of here. Chip Kozer at Fellowship Foods pulls foods from 20 different farms in the area, and then he makes these gourmet food dishes that get paired with the dynamite.
Oh, I had some of them mushroom dips with some yameen on top of it.
Mushroom dips with the yameen.
Yameen. No, they all knew what I was talking about because they was like, Yeah, you see? Yeah, you're like,
Yameen is a spice, just in case you guys don't know.
You get it in the Goya aisle.
Goya!
So we got mushrooms. We got. Not only do we have pork sliders, but these are pigs that actually are out to pasture. Right? They're not kept in like little corrals.
It's like free-range pigs.
Free-range pigs, baby. They're
the
delicious.
best. Oh, you can taste the freedom
delicious.
in that.
You can
definitely taste the freedom in that.
You can taste the freedom in the pigs. Is that how we're okay?
Man, let me put you.
But they're still murdered for us to consume. But you can taste the freedom. And that is not I'm not vegan or anything. I'll definitely eat some pork. So don't get offended by that.
And moving on to the other farm animals, we got chev, goat cheese, wrapped in a beautiful bib lettuce with beet salad.
What's bib lettuce?
Bib lettuce is just a tasty, friendly wrap of lettuce.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not like the bottom lettuce. Like, you know how like you go to the cheap spots and they give you the white part?
Oh, like, no, it's not. It's not Shakespeare Giant Eagle lettuce, no.
Yeah. Oh, I know. It's just, yeah. And then you can hold a little. They make tacos out of them sometimes. You know what I mean? All right.
Koreans love that shit.
The Koreans, yeah.
Yeah, they
you allowed to
wrapped
say
up
that?
a Golgi.
Wait a minute. We just took a left turn.
Yeah.
Discuss this.
I was cool with the Koreans love it, then the whole P.F. Chang's reference. Our names are on this podcast, sir.
Bulgogi is a seasoned beef that you grill. It's a Korean delicacy, and they wrap it with all these special spices and ingredients in a wrap of lettuce. Just really classic
so you guys
Korean
are
presentation.
Living good and eating good out in Moon Township.
Yeah.
I didn't know this about.
Hey, there's
this
a
area.
reason our lifespan's longer, man.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Vegetables.
Yeah.
Vegetables.
So y'all not city living.
This is. I mean, like I said, this is a great event for those at home that are in the area. You should definitely come out here next year. I mean, they've got like chandeliers and shit. Like,
Is this our first live event with chandeliers?
I believe so. I don't think I've ever seen a chandelier at an event that we've had.
Let's not forget the candelabras that are on the mantle. That was a nice touch.
What was this place before it was what it is now?
This was actually just someone's house.
Somebody's house.
Someone's house with a couple of 100 acres of backyard.
Man.
The Nimmicks are an amazing family. They donated this house and all this acreage to Moon Township. Same family, different part of the family, donated the Powder Mill Nature Reserve out in the Laurel Highlands to the state. So that's part of a DCNR state park out in the Laurel Highlands. The Nimmick family, really great folks.
Never heard of them, but that's hell of a wealth. That's hella wealth.
Yeah.
We donated land to the state. That's dope.
Yeah. No, I'm trying to get land from the state. I think 40 acres somewhere was probably. I'm still, I don't know.
You hear people donate land to the state. It puts your life in perspective. Because when I'm at Giant Eagle buying at the self-checkout and ask if I want to give $1 to Children's Hospital, I click no.
Can't say that in public, B.
What?
It's not accept. No.
Somebody to click no before.
No. I click no after maybe the first time. You can't just always click no.
I didn't say always. You put an extra, adjective on that. I just said I click no.
Oh man. So is there any other sponsors or anything you want to shout out? Because I know you're a busy man. You got this whole cat herding thing.
I'm going to get out of here and let the brewers talk. But real quick, this is a mixed bag, if you will. So we're tree huggers, right? We conserve land. But one of our sponsors is Chevron USA, of all people, right?
That's weird.
Isn't
Did you
that
sell
weird?
out? Is that a sellout?
We will take anybody's money.
Exactly.
So the ends justify the means.
You know what we call that? We call that oxygen. In our little nonprofit world, we call money from corporate sources oxygen.
Keeps
it
you
keeps
alive.
us going.
Yeah.
It keeps us preserving more land, building more trails, getting more people outside.
Hey, I can't be mad at that. Shout out to Chevron, I guess. They do the gas, right? They do gas, right? You like him?
You know what?
He worked for Chevron. He's on the payroll. Clearly, he's a plant. And you're sitting up front like that was. Yeah. He was. That's why you said it. I was like, you gonna need anybody else? He was like, uh huh.
Got to drive up the price, huh?
You know we made it when they started when they started planting people into the crowd.
Here's what I'll say about Chevron. They send us so many volunteers.
Yeah.
So not only these folks working in the community, they're volunteering in the community. And what I noticed first when I did my first big volunteer event for Chevron, they made me come in and demonstrate to their executives how to use a shovel, so that they knew that their people would not get hurt and it would be a safe event. And I was like, man, we need more energy companies that care to that level. It made me more confident that they're going to take care of things when they're out there doing their thing, pulling the gas and pulling the
I need more fathers to teach
know
their sons how to use a shovel. I mean,
is that how far we fallen with the millennial society? We don't know how to use shovels.
Hey Chevron, shout out to Chevron. If you need somebody to come in and teach you how to use a shovel, holla at us. We'll do a podcast and teach you how to use a shovel. I mean, shit, I didn't even know that was a thing. People getting contracted to use shovels out here.
How long was that class?
It was about a half an hour of quality time in the boardroom. I showed them how to use a shovel. I showed them how to use a rogue hoe.
What's a rogue hoe?
That is not a nickname. Rogue hoe? That is not a nickname, but
Did you
should
just say
be.
a rogue hoe?
There is a tool called a rogue hoe.
I know a
Brand
couple
name.
rogue hoes from back in Cleveland.
Oh, that's not a very progressive term. I'm not condoning this.
Felicia went rogue. That's what we used to say.
Rogue hoes are very important to our lives.
Yes, they are.
That's how we get it done.
Rogue hoes are responsible for some of our lives here. Chevron has moved closer.
Oh, God.
So if anyone wants to contribute or anything, how do they reach out to the Land Trust? And
it's real easy. Hollowoak.org. We got trail maps. We got all kinds of cool stuff on the website. People can become a member. We got about 350 households who are support the Land Trust directly. Basically, people who enjoy the outdoors, going outside, liking to see green space preservation. That's how you do it. You support local. You get frustrated with the national politics, the global politics. Act locally, man. Support Hollow Oak Land Trust. Support your local land trust. You'll get more trails. The creatures will do better. The water quality is protected. You name it, it'll improve your life. It'll improve people's lives around you. Hollowoak.org.
I just want to reiterate, because a lot of things that there's a common theme on the podcast is local support. And for those that are listening at home right now, wherever you're at, whether you're in Cali or DC or whatever, this is something that you can do in your own community. I mean, support your local, find your local conservatories, conservancies, and whatnot, and support that, because It isn't just a Pittsburgh thing. This is a national thing. This is a worldwide thing. And this is something that you can learn from. So wherever you're at, hop on and check them out and see how you can maybe even start something like that in your own community or find similar communities like that.
Yeah, find the Nimick family in your city.
Yeah. And those rogue hoes.
And we want to thank you, Mr. Brady, for coming on and allowing us to be here and exposing us to this event and just in throwing event in general. You heard it here first, last, and always. Support local. And in the interest of supporting local, we have 2 local breweries here. We have Zach from Brixton and Matt from Insurrection. How did you guys get involved with the event here?
Actually, Sean Brady introduced us specifically when he stopped in the bar with Day, and
that was a night.
The evening progressed from there, yeah.
You hear that, ladies? Let your man go to the bar. There are a lot of positives that come from your man going out. You can meet somebody that can get him on the Nimick's property.
We don't belong here, no.
We kind of belong. Once they start talking about rogue hoes, anybody could go.
Yeah. I was like, all right, that's familiar. Brixton, tell us about Brixton. You're the head brewer at Brixton?
Yeah.
We're drinking this biscuit. So tell us about this biscuit ale that we're drinking right now, which is delicious.
Yeah, it's the Matthew. It's a English mild. A buddy and I were sitting at the bar talking about how there's no English milds around anymore, and we talked about making this ridiculously graham cracker crust beer that was to revive this style that wasn't really visited much anymore in the city. And that night I decided we might do it. I told Frank about this story the next day, and came a few days later, we found the name of the beer, Matthew, on the draft list upcoming. I had no intention of actually brewing the beer. So a joke turned into one of our best-selling beers of this English mild.
Yeah, when we've met, you were telling me about this beer, and you were like, I mean, as soon as we put it on tap, it's gone. And I'd finally got a chance to have it today. And, I mean, it tastes like a biscuit, like an English biscuit, and it goes well with everything. I mean, breakfast and lunch. And
It goes well with dog
walking.
In between.
Give your dog a biscuit, you have one yourself.
Yeah, I mean, one for you, one
Give
for me.
Give yourself a treat. Give somebody else a treat.
This is a great, because it's a session, too, because it's like 4.2, 4.3?
4.5, and it still has enough flavor and body to make you not think it is.
Well, that's the beauty of it, is that, like, you know, it has the body, it has the flavor, but like it's not gonna, you know what I mean, knock you out, you know, first one. So this is a great like dog walking beer. I mean, like it's a great pairing for what we're doing here today. Take your dog out with some of this biscuit ale that's going on, and you'd be good to go.
I think they have those portable dog bowls, yeah.
They got the portable dog bowls?
Yeah,
I mean, there you go. You know, get a little one of them, what they got, the breast thing that you put it on, and I mean, kind of whatever. Because, you know, we're in Pennsylvania, so I don't want to, you know, and none of this is legal, so, like, don't quote me on this. But, yeah, it's a great, you know, I don't know about Sean might be, like, mad at me because, like, he going to have a bunch of people out here with.
No, it's okay. None of the people listening at home knows what the hell you're talking about. Because I'm sitting here and I'm confused.
So how long you been brewing down there in Brixton?
7 years now.
7 years?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's super dope. What got you into brewing?
So I just started homebrewing myself. My brother-in-law got me or my sister-in-law got me a Mr. Beer kit. Failed miserably.
Those Mr. Beer kits are, a lot of people. And
so threw more money at it, as anybody would do, and figured out I was actually pretty good at brewing beer. And then started reading about it and met up with Frank Eli, owner of Hollywood Gardens and Brixton Brewing.
Hollywood Gardens is the best steak sandwich in Western Pennsylvania, just about it. I mean, if case you guys don't know, it is absolutely amazing. Just go ahead. You keep doing what you're doing.
No, so, I just met up with him, and things worked out, and ended up becoming the home brewer to professional brewer.
Home brewer to head brewer.
Something like that, yeah.
Exactly. That's awesome, man. Well, I thoroughly enjoyed this. And it's good for me because I'm just getting back into having beer, so I need a session. I don't need anything above that 4.4.
Step carefully.
It tastes great. Now we have Matt from Insurrection.
Yes, sir.
Now, where are you guys located?
We're in Heidelberg.
Heidelberg.
Go ahead, ask the question.
Well, I don't know where Heidelberg is.
Exactly.
Yeah, where is Heidelberg? That don't
Exactly.
even sound like, that sound mad German. You know what I mean?
Every single time I say Heidelberg, about 3 seconds later I get, Where the hell's Heidelberg?
Yeah, no, where the hell is Heidelberg? Yeah.
Right between Carnegie, Collier, Mount Lebanon. It's all of 1/3 of a square mile.
Okay, so you guys, the brewery is Heidelberg.
Yeah, part of it, big part of it, yeah.
Yeah, most of it.
Well, it's probably the coolest
Y'all got
place
weight.
in America.
Y'all got weight with the mayor out there.
Yeah, we know the mayor.
Well, the mayor's a regular. He has to get his breakfast from the brewery, I
Yes,
guess.
absolutely.
He probably rents space on top of y'all. Like,
No, they're right next to us.
That is
so
awesome.
how long you guys been in Heidelberg? How long you been in operation?
We've been open for 16 months now.
16 months. What got you guys into the whole, the beer industry?
I've been in the craft beer industry for about 9 years now. I have a bottle shop out in Murraysville, and through that, I got to meet Brad, my business partner. He's our main brewer / chemist. So just over the years, got to know him. He'd come into my place, and we just drink a few beers, and after 5 years, we're like, let's open a brewery. So he apprenticed at another brewery, and he has a chemistry degree, so he has all the background in that. So he's pretty knowledgeable for all that stuff.
Now, this is the thing, right? Because we interview a lot of like brewers and artists and entrepreneurs and politicians, and everybody's like, "Oh, I was just kind of sitting around, and I was like, I'm gonna do this," and then it happened. Like, but that's not how anything happens. Like, that's not how success happens. You had to fail miserably. Like through, like in some fashion, regard, there was a risk somehow that you had to take. Like, tell us about that leap of faith that you had to take from like, I got a 9 to 5, and now I'm gonna invest like half my life into this whole thing. Like, what was that moment where you're like, I'm gonna go into debt?
I was in Florida before I opened my bottle shop.
You were in Florida.
I was just down there on vacation. My friend called me. He goes, "We're gonna do this. Do you want in?" I said, yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Literally standing on the beach in Florida, my buddy calls me, and I was like, I was too young at the time to figure out how stupid an idea it was at that point,
Well, I mean, congratulations for making it out of Florida alive. I mean, we all know Florida. We all I personally think we should liberate Florida. And by liberate, I mean carpet bomb until democracy comes back. So, I mean, I guess if you're in Florida, then shit, anything's possible, right? People eating faces and, I mean, a brewery really ain't that much of a far-fetched idea.
That happened really 3 blocks from my parents' house.
Yeah. Really?
Oh, I'm not joking. Yeah. My dad's like, right around the corner, that's where that kid did that. I said,
yeah, no, I believe it.
I'm no joke.
It doesn't matter what part you're in the state. It just feels like 3 blocks. If somebody ate face in Pennsylvania, it would feel like it was 3 blocks down the road anyway. Like, it's too close.
Yeah, there's a lot of different people in Florida. A lot of different people.
That's putting it mildly.
Yes, I was trying to be polite.
So
you guys got a chemist on the roster.
Yes, sir.
He said he's the what's his title? Head brewer / chemist.
Yes, sir.
All right. So insurrection.
Don't ask him to make anything else. He can do it.
I mean, I'm saying, does he make anything that come in blue baggies? I mean, wow.
He can't. I've strongly discouraged that, but he can certainly do it.
Was that a drop so people can ask him to make something else? Because I didn't ask him to make that.
You ain't heard it from me.
Right now,
boy.
Business is okay. If things change, we might have to supplement the income a little bit.
Might have to break bad a little. I feel you.
I was wondering what those guys in college studying chemistry do, and they're making our beer. That's what's up.
Among other things.
Oh, okay. See, well, we didn't mention his name, so he's good to go. Well, what do we have here? The American Ale. Describe the beer we have.
This is our Sedition IPA. It's a Citra Mosaic, brewed with wheat, oats, and Pilsen malt, and then we double dry hop this batch of it.
Double dry hopped? What's that process?
Well, it's typical dry hop, 5 days, and then we added, with 2 days left, we had another set of dry hop to it. So there's two dry hop additions in the fermenter before we kegged it.
Because it got a nice hoppiness to it, a little citrusy, Love the body on it.
Love the body, and it gives good head.
It definitely gives great head.
We do naturally carbonate all of our beers in the kegs. So,
really?
Yep. We hand prime each keg, and then we fill it out of our tanks.
That's impressive.
It's another one of those things that sounds great. You're like, oh, that's really good. This is how we're going to do it. And after a year and a half of doing it, you're going, God's sakes, we got to find something else to do.
Yeah.
Now,
it does make a nice product. It really does.
Now, of the individuals sitting here, who's had the Brixton and the Insurrection? Have you guys enjoyed it?
Yeah.
Who's drinking it now?
Yeah.
She was saved, sanctified. You look like you was in church.
Yeah.
We'll get a collection plate going around here.
What kind of European are you? You look exotic. I'm sorry. Is that
that is a weird question. Yes, it is.
It is. But, I mean, I feel like she has a dream catcher in her house somewhere. So I'm not trying to figure it out. Are you Italian? Oh, okay.
I'm married to an Irishman.
Oh.
I'm married to Sean Brady.
You're Sean. Oh, you're Mrs. Brady.
Now the guest just left. You done start hitting on his wife? What's going on, man?
Sorry, baby. So I'm Mediterranean Irish.
Mediterranean Irish. Ain't that? Oh, is that how you bagged Mr. Brady? I see. Oh, Mediterranean Irish. Ain't that so? Yeah.
So judging that pickup line from a scale of 1 to 10, what type of European are you? Is that a good pickup line? Is that bad? Should I use this in bars? Will it work? Okay.
Yeah, man. I'm sorry. I'm flustered. If you stop talking to Miss Brady over here. Shout out to everybody that came and congregated over here. This has been a nice little how are you doing over there, Miss Green Lady? She sat in the back. It's crazy when we do these live podcasts. We never know what we're gonna get. And then she's like the shy when she paying attention. She's like, but don't talk to me. We talking to you though.
We're
you guys spotted.
outdoors.
Hello.
We're actually outdoors, and it is a perfect day.
It's gorgeous.
Weather-wise. I mean, no sun, but I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm confused about this weather, though. It's been keeping me under the weather because I don't know what the weather is. So I've been sick for about 12 weeks. So beer is the only thing keeping me alive right now.
Shout out to beer. Shout out to these two fellas for keeping us alive.
Yeah. Cheers for beer and breath.
Ask Insurrection about your artisanal cheese and all the nice pretty taste.
So we got a question from the audience. Artisanal cheeses.
I think so, right?
From Insurrection.
Yeah,
Tell us about your artisanal cheeses.
We have a
You
full.
gotta introduce yourself.
First off, you
as
gotta say
Matt,
what that
artisanal
is.
cheese Insurrection. I mean, you don't have artisanal cheese.
I will change
and
my-
not be like in your middle name.
I
Come
will
on,
change
B.
my business cards tomorrow.
Yeah, you should.
No, we keep on our menu at the brewery. We have a full kitchen, but then we also keep on at least 18 to 20 different cheeses and 18 to 20 different cured meats. So you can make your own, charcuterie trays.
Wait, you
cheese
can
trays.
make your own meat?
Yeah, we do kind of like a sushi menu. We give you a checklist. You check off the cheeses you want, the meats you want, and we put it all together for you. And
Nice.
people really enjoy it. It goes
What-
great with the beer, and sit there, have a few beers. Try
What
some
makes it
different stuff.
artisanal?
It's all local. Like you're all. We source. We have a lady in Pittsburgh who gets from local PA farms and cheesemakers, and we deal with a company out of Cleveland that sources from all other small farms throughout
Cleveland.
throughout the country. So it's a lot. Like, the majority of it is small, like family-owned, small operations, things like that.
Nice. Again, support local, support small business, man. That's how we continue to do what we do, man. So what are some of Zach? What are some of your inspirations? You drink, you're a brewer. As a comedian, we watch certain folks, we get certain influences and whatnot. Where do you get your inspirations, your influences? Who are some of the people you respect? How do you come about?
Yeah, most of our beers are actually named after artists, fictional, non-fictional, that have inspired us. So, if we have a beer, somebody, like a character, let's say Robbie is our IPA.
Robbie. Who's
That's
Robbie?
Robbie from High Fidelity, John Cusack's character in High Fidelity.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Johnny
So,
Q.
Big lover of vinyl records, and 33% wheat malt is in the Robbie IPA. So vinyl spins at 33 1/3.
Well thought out.
That's why we
That's
named
well
Robbie
thought
Robbie.
out.
So a lot of the beers sometimes we'll have a character that we want to make a beer for, or sometimes we'll have a beer that we need a character that fits. So Henry, our black IPA, is one of our darkest, disgusting beers, and named after Henry Spencer from Eraserhead, which is a very dark, terrible character. So Nigel goes to 11% ABV. So all the beers actually have a backstory, whether they be fictional, non-fictional characters.
Who's Matt?
Matthew is a good friend of mine. We played soccer together in high school, and we got drunk at the bar one night and said we're going to make this stupid beer. Like I said, it was never meant to be. But the beer that it became ended up being this amazing beer.
So is Matt? Is he flattered by the beer being named after him, or is he like? Are you calling me
we
stupid?
both love it. We both love telling the story.
Okay.
He loves meeting people in the city that actually. He told me a story one time that he met somebody that he mentioned he knew Brixton Brewing and goes there sometimes. And these guys actually talked to him and said, hey, have you ever had the Matthew? And he tells them, I am the Matthew.
I am the Matthew.
We gotta impress him in some way because I want some Brixton Brew. Like, I want to go and get the day. I just want to walk into Brixton Brew and get the day.
Well, we got the hundo.
We got a Honda. That's cool. We got more.
Yeah, I guess we can.
I'd like to
You
comment.
don't want to walk in and get the Ed? What would the Ed be?
Oh, it's super swaggy beer.
Is that
Super smooth.
Is that a style?
Smooth.
Yeah, smooth beer. Not too hoppy.
I'd say a vanilla stout then.
A lot of flavor to
Vanilla
it, though.
stout?
I don't know what a vanilla stout.
Well, so a stout is black, right? But it's vanilla, so there's a little white in there, and it fits in with the which is what we're doing here today. So I mean, this podcast right now is basically a vanilla stout.
Ah.
Yeah.
So Insurrection, how do you guys come up with your beers, or what's the inspiration around your beers?
With our names,
Yeah.
we go all over. We do some from movies. We got some Caddyshack references. We got some Three Amigos in there. We go. Brad and I are like polar opposites. He's Fish. He's Grateful Dead. I'm more like System of a Down, old metal stuff. So we kind of pull some names from some songs or twist some song lyrics, and then a lot of times we have no idea. We're drawing a complete blank. We're sitting there and we just name them after employees, or we name them this or that, and because we're just not all that original anyway. We try to
Well,
be,
you
but
guys
we're not.
got to create your own meat. Like, more people need to adopt that. That's an original.
Charcuteries and artisanal cheeses. That
Yes.
alone.
So we're open to any beer name ideas you guys have.
I mean, the day.
Don't.
I don't know. Just the day. The Rogue Ho. Yes, the Rogue Ho. Please
one
name a
might-
beer the Rogue Ho.
That might actually be coming
That
up
is,
there. Okay,
you know
all
what?
right.
I'm gonna show up on your doorstep every day until I get the Rogue Ho. Remember you said that, and I'm gonna play this clip. Remember you said that. You know this is being recorded, right?
We're on record. We're
And
on
I'm gonna
record.
get everybody's name in and be like, "Hey, yo," I'm gonna call him like, "Hey, yo, remember he said that shit?"
We'll make it happen.
I don't want you showing up on anybody's doorstep daily for a Rogue Ho. Like, nobody's woman is letting them order a Rogue Ho at the bar while they sit together. Like, come on, man, that's boys not out drink.
Oh man. So what do you guys have on the horizons? Like, what's the future of Insurrection? Like, what do you have?
We actually have a big announcement. We just closed on our loan on Wednesday, and we bought the property next to us last year. So we're knocking the building down, and we're putting up 2,000 square feet of just brewing space.
Ooh.
And we're getting a 15-barrel brew house, and then we're going to also expand our sour production by about 400%.
Wow.
And the coolest thing we're doing is we're getting a couple cool ships for our roof. So we're going to do a lot of spontaneous fermentations.
Spontaneous fermentation. What's a spontaneous fermentation?
You do not add any yeast to the wort. So you brew your wort, you pump it up into the cool ship on the roof, you let it sit overnight, and all the natural yeast and things in the air fall into it. And then you pump it into wine barrels and let it ferment in the wine barrels.
And how is that supposed to affect the flavor?
It'll be a very tart beer. It's a style a practice that they do a lot in Europe. I mean, there's some breweries in the U.S. now that have been doing it for a while, but traditionally it's a European, Belgian. You know, a lot of the Belgian sours are spontaneously lambics. Especially like Cantillon. If you ever heard of Cantillon, they're the main brewery doing that stuff. But it's just so whatever's in the air, ferment your beer for you instead of adding a specific brewer's yeast.
Oh, isn't that
So you got to do that in a certain neighborhood, right?
Only in the
Like
wintertime.
Yeah, because if you spontaneously ferment around my crib, it's gonna be a bunch of marijuana in you.
Well, hey, that might be good.
Isn't
Okay,
that
good.
how most things like somebody like found some old ass bread chilling and was like, fuck it, and got fucked up, messed up off it, freaked up off of it. I was trying to practice my.
Well, the more you try to change the word, the more you bring.
But that's how beer started. Somebody just like found like some old bread in the corner and was desperate enough, and then felt good afterwards and was like, yeah, all right.
Yeah,
So I guess
they
that's
used to
kind
do a lot of
your
crazy stuff back then. But
That's dope.
Yeah, it's an old school way of doing it, and should produce some good sour beers. And you know, things
That's
like
a
that.
that's a lesson to be learned. Like, just let some things go sour. Like, don't throw things out. Maybe taste it before you throw it out. You
Yeah,
might invent a
absolutely.
new thing, right?
Absolutely.
I don't know.
I don't know if I can co-sign that. Are you spontaneously fermenting over at Brixton?
We are not.
Okay.
What do you guys have on the horizon? What's like? I mean, where you want to take Brixton?
No, we're actually pretty in a comfortable spot right now. So we're developed a relationship with Piper's Pub. So we've been doing some more cask ales and stuff
Shout
like
out to
that.
Piper's Pub, man. I keep seeing their like brunch specials, and like I live in Beaver, right? So like
Yeah.
I keep seeing their lunch specials, and I can't get out there because it's. Oh yeah, they do have a section named Drinking Partners on there. So shout out to them. Piper's, yeah. They don't know us. It just happened to. It was, you know, it was but we claim it
on the menu. Yeah,
yeah, we
Drinking
claim
Partner,
it.
yeah.
Oh yeah, we're gonna claim that. Yeah.
Take a little snapshot of it.
Piper's Pub.
Yeah. So yeah, we've been hooking up with them for doing some cask beers, which you never really tried before. Still experimenting with some different recipes. I mean, there's no beer that hasn't been untouched. So there's no style that hasn't been conquered. You know, no beer perfected. So
Yeah.
we're really exploring the limits of actually these sort of session ales and where you can get extract the most flavor out of some of these basic beers.
And yeah, I mean that's the thing about session ales is that, I mean, I've had, you know, Hot Farm has one, Voodoo has one. It's but until recently, session ales were kind of just like watered down. Like, I'm just drinking. You know what I mean? Like it didn't. It was like for the craft beer drinker, it was kind of a throwaway beer. And now you're starting to see a lot of breweries start to put a little bit more time and effort and get that flavor and that body in there that is usually like absent from there. Eh?
Well, yeah, there was a big time with the craft beer industry. Like it first started out, you know, we were doing a lot of big beers. Everybody was doing like these huge New England style IPAs, Imperial Stouts, Imperial IPAs, Imperial Weizens. We really like Americanized. We took what Europeans did and Americanized it, you know, as we normally do. Like, let's take a Belgian ale and make it 11%. Let's take a German Weiss and make it 11%. And so we really beat ourselves over the head for a while. And I think the industry now is going towards the way of these
Well, yeah, I
more
mean,
sessionable flavors.
It's kind of like how like
all
we thought
calming down and
Hummers were a
becoming
good
adults.
idea.
Yeah.
Remember, like, yeah, I mean, Hummer. Do anybody remember Hummers? And we were like, oh, that's a good idea. I'm gonna give me a Hummer, like, right? Do you, you know what I mean? Because it was like bigger is better.
Yeah.
And then we came to our senses and was like, I don't know, maybe a smart car. I don't. You know what I mean?
I like being sober at 11.
So yeah, I mean, I feel, and I think like those flavorful sessions are kind of like the new wave, where like you had like the bourbon ales were a big thing, the New England ales were a big thing, the sours were a thing, like everybody was doing those. Now I'm starting to see like the session ales be like a thing where people are like, and I think you guys are getting at the beginning of that because. Like I said, I mean, everybody, like you said, everybody's doing the big thing, and now you're like, but how about we have a good time and not black out tonight?
Yeah. That's we're both familiar with that. Yeah.
I can't legally talk about it on the podcast, but
I mean, y'all keep bringing it up now. Everybody want to hear the story. Like,
no,
we ain't gonna just have two friends talk about blacking out. Nobody
catch me
else
about
knows.
like 20 minutes after this podcast. We might,
Might happen again.
Word. All right, so we're gonna wrap this thing up or whatever. Where can they find you guys? Where can they find Brixton?
So we are in
Online
Rochester,
and-
Pennsylvania. BrixtonBrewing.com. We are just off of 65, Rochester exit, heading north. Just right on Brighton Avenue. I'm sorry, Pinney Street. Great place, great food.
Best
Best. You gotta
steak
eat the
sandwich.
mic. You gotta eat it.
Eat it.
There it is.
There it is.
Listen, here it is.
Where did
Listen to
she
that big
come from? Where
booming
were you
voice.
the whole show? You're a professional.
Probably how much of this podcast has been missed then.
Yeah. Well, they'll figure
Nah,
it. Epicast. That's what we pay. That's what we pay Epicast for. If you're listening at home and you want to start your own podcast, holla at Epicast, man. Because I guarantee you, it did not sound nearly as good here today as it's gonna sound at home. Because Epicast. Shout out to Epicast Network. Where else can it? So online, the whole nine. You got that.
Yeah, online. And in Rochester, we're at Hollywood Gardens Bar. Hollywood Gardens Bar.
We're going to have you on. I don't know how many episodes it is from now, but we will have you on next month.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we're looking
Yeah, we'll
forward
be
to that.
on,
And we'll get even
proprietary,
more.
yeah.
We'll get more shit faced and in a more private environment. You guys are all invited. I guess you can afford to be. Where can they find Insurrection? Online and,
Yeah, insurrectionaleworks.com, and in the big city of Heidelberg, right on Route 50.
Well, if you go to Heidelberg, you got to go to Insurrection, I assume.
Absolutely. Not a whole lot else there.
I'm sorry. We're all we don't know what the co-host is doing. I think Day just peed on himself, so that's awesome. So we got to shut this podcast down. Hey, we want to thank you guys for coming on. We have Zach from Brixton, Matt from Insurrection. Thank you guys for coming on. Thank you for sharing your beers with us.
Thank you for having us.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Thank Brewhaha for having us out here.
Yeah, shout out to
Had a
Brewhaha.
wonderful time. We hope you all had a good time. We hope you all had some good beers and good pairings. I hope you all enjoyed everything. They let the people who are listening know where they can find us.
We are Drinking Partners. We're a podcast. A podcast is like an internet radio show. And if you're looking for us, you can find us on epicastnetwork.com/partnerspod. You can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, Libsyn, and Google Play under Drinking Partners. You can find us on IG, Twitter, and Facebook at Partnerspod.
All right. Again, we want to thank the Hollow Oak Land Trust again for having us out here. As always, Drinking Partners is the crew. Epicast is the family, and we out of here.
Epicast.